center.
Do you have a favorite character with you that you could show us?
Well, as I said, this one's being Let me take this out of the socket. Can I do this without turning the phone off? I'll just carry the whole tripod, maybe. Oops, that's all gone. All right, so here we go. So this is my Selberg wall, the wall that Tim built. There's every conceivable Selberg, and most of them have had something done to them.
Okay.
So that was a boy. That was his, I don't know what he calls Sammy, I think he calls it.
Oh.
So I changed that to a girl. That was not too hard to do. I built those. Have had a bit of experience with those in the past.
Now Samantha, yeah.
So that's my country scene, because I do a lot of country stuff.
Okay.
So that's got the boots and everything. So that's crystal chandeliers, and that was a Tim Selberg nerd.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, and I reshaped the nose. I don't know if you can see that. I reshaped the nose on that.
Yes.
Turned it into an old lady. Yeah, so I tinker with them all. He's had a bit of a facelift and everything.
Mm-hmm.
There's Trump. I don't know if I want to use him or not. What else? We go down here further. Sorry, I'm not really good with the camera. Just take that out of there. And underneath here, there's a whole heap. There's the Chance Wolf one, and there's it's quite a few others under there. I don't know if you can see them. I can't see the.
Yeah, we can see
them. There's an old Insel that I picked up recently out here that I'm going to do up.
Mm-hmm.
This is the main Daryl. This is the one I made him about 20 years ago. Thanks to Joel Leader. Actually, I saw Joel Leader work, and he had the dummy that looked like him. And he also was at that convention. He did a talk on making a doll and whatnot. And so I bought his books and came home and made it myself.
Wow.
Because he'd already quoted me like $5,000 or something to make one, and I think Tim Selberg was $10,000 to make one. So I thought,
so what did you build him out of? Is it wood or is it a composite? Or
I did a clay sculpture, and then did the casting and everything. So it's still all set up here to do.
That's amazing. That's super neat.
Well, it was mother of invention, unfortunately, because it was either that or spend the money, which I didn't have, and I didn't know if that character would work or not.
I'm curious. Do you find it easier to perform with something that you've built, or is it just as much?
Doesn't bother me.
It's just the same for you. Okay.
Some of the Selbergs, I've altered the controls on the head stick, so I'll just I'll put a like if the eyebrows are on the forefinger, I'll move them around to the other side of the head post. I just drill it and put another tube on, and it can be pretty messy, but like the old man. No.
This is an interesting thing too about taking a stock character and customizing it to make it your own thing in your show.
Sorry about the bad camera work. Here we go. So here, let's find here. So that's the Selberg head stick.
Yeah.
So what I did was I moved the upper lip, so it's right next to the mouth control.
Huh. Okay.
So I can open the. It used to be right around here on the other side. Can you see that? There we go.
Now we can see it.
Yeah. So I moved it all the way around, so it's right next to the mouth control. So you can open the top lip and the mouth at the same time with one finger.
Oh, that's neat.
Because you couldn't do it before. You'd have to use two fingers, which means you couldn't raise his eyebrows, or you had, just
right now you can get a lot more movements. Yeah.
Yeah, my thumb just controls his mouth, whether it be the bottom lip or the top lip, and I can do both, or I can do either. Wow. So I just like tinkering with stuff like that, which is fun. and I'm building a travel Darryl at the moment. So that's the cast. I did
wow.
just a smaller version of me that just to make traveling easier. If I pack it into the problem with the wolf figure, which is I use quite a lot of the time, is that it just won't pack up small enough to fit in an overhead bag for a flight. Yeah. So I'm trying to make a smaller one. That way the head will actually go inside the body. Take the head out of and the head will go inside the body, and then that will fit into an overhead bag. So that way when I travel, because I travel at least once a week, I'll be on a flight somewhere. And I don't have to worry about the doll going somewhere where I'm not going, and I don't have to worry about it getting damaged. It'll just fit in the little overhead container. So,
you know what's interesting is I had seen a mashup of an Alfaro figure with a Marion Taylor body, and that the idea of that always intrigued me because it seems like that would be easy if you're traveling or whatever, or even just building a soft body out of foam that you can easily compact, and then you have the head, and you can even use the body as padding.
Oh yeah, well that's Well, I've got this one, which is the original Selberg that I bought, and I've done the same to him. I shortened the head stick and carved a bit out of the body, so his head does fit into his body now. So I can take the head out, put it inside the mold of the body, and he just fits into that little overhead bag, and that's why I sort of thought, when I get some time, I'm going to make a smaller version of me that'll fit into a bag. And lo and behold, I've now got some time.
Well, it's super neat to see your workshop and what you're working on. Chance Wolf just commented, "Damn, Darren, you build better than all of us."
No, I don't. Up close, they're not real clear. they're not great quality up close, that's for sure. But they work for me, and I learned from looking at everybody else's stuff. The first thing I did when I got a Selberg was open up the back of the head and go, "How's he doing that?" And how can I change this around so it suits me better, and all that. So everything I've sort of done has just been out of necessity, because it's too hard to send stuff back to the States. It cost me a couple of $100 and takes time, and then so it's just easier for me to try it here, and so I've been pretty lucky that I can do it.
Sherry Brown Rosner is
not something I want to do for me.
Well, Sherry Brown Rosner asks, why did you make the stick shorter?
Just so it fit in the case.
Okay.
That's all. So I've got I don't know how to flip this around, so doesn't matter.
You might be able to tap the screen and hit maybe a reverse camera if it's on it.
No, it's not doing anything. Then again, my phone hardly works these days because my fingers are usually covered in super glue. So the touch doesn't work. So I have this little bag.
That. Yeah, I've got a 400-degree hot glue gun that I'm always working with. So.
Oh yeah. So I cut down this music stand, and made a top with this little flange on it. So that fits in the overhead case. So I don't have to worry about that. Or there's quite a few times I found the flange that fits a microphone stand. So I made a little piece of wood, and it's got the little flange on the bottom, so I can just grab a microphone stand anywhere I go.
Oh, that's great.
But the other thing too is a lot of function places don't have a microphone stand anymore. So I'm used now to doing my act just holding the microphone, which is annoying. But that to be said, what was I doing? Oh yeah, him. So I can take his head out of the body. And grab his body, fold it up into the case like that, and then his head fits neatly inside his body.
Wow, that's great. And it's you just add wow, that you don't even need any. It like pads it by itself. That's
no, really there's padding in there. The top also, pads it, and I cut a little bit out of the base of his behind. Actually, it's not even this body. Actually, I've swapped bodies on him. Sorry, the one's still in the case. The actual body I use, but it sits right in there. So the whole thing will go into where is it? There we go. It goes into the overhead bag with the little stand, and unfortunately, mother of invention, and this necessity. I just
that's great.
So a lot of the time now, if I'm doing a sportsman's lunch or something in Melbourne, I'll put my suit on at home and I'll pack up my little bag and drive straight to the airport, stay in my suit all day, and just pull him out and do my 30 minutes and fly home again. It's.
When do you decide that you're going to build a character for your show versus having one built or buying?
Well, I don't like building.
Okay.
So yeah. Actually, even this bench that's here wasn't here a few weeks ago. It was like, what do I need to do? And I know I need to paint a few dolls and get them fixed. I need to fix a nose on one. I've got to fix a hand on another. And I knew I wanted to build the little Daryl, the travel size one. So I thought, okay, first off, build another bench, make myself some room. Because I've only got a small workbench here, so there's not a lot of workspace.
Right.
So yeah, it was like put another bench up. So I don't build. I don't. This is purely thanks to COVID-19. This is the way it's attacked me. Is that okay? I need to get all this bits and pieces done. Let's do it now. Make a mess over the next month. Get everything, and I'm not good at it. I'm not. It was nice a chance to say that, but look, there's one casting. And there's another one because the other one didn't work. And there's these ones up here because none of them worked, So it's just, I finally found one casting that came out all right. And so that's the one I'm working on at the moment. Did the mouth last night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it looks great, but they're just rubber. They're one of those little rubber hand toys that you can buy, the mouth.
Oh, really?
Just cut out the teeth and the tongue of those, and then realised that the pivot point wasn't far back enough in the head, so the mouth wouldn't go down at the right angle. So hence the bits out the back and the extra bit of brass, just to change the pivot point so it'll sit properly in the head.
Sure.
So just little things like that. And then I've got two nice eyeballs here from Tech Optics. One is absolutely beautiful, and the other one is covered in super glue. Because I'm not very good at doing this. So I have to, Chance, if you know how to get dried super glue off an acrylic eyeball from Tech Optics, that'd be a big help, because I don't want to attack it with anything that's going to melt the eyeball. But it's all just, pure, what would you call it? Trial and
innovation. Error. Okay. Yeah.
Trial and error. Yeah.
Sure.
But I enjoy doing it. But I build one and then I'm like, no. So it took me a while. That was the original. There's the original. I'll get them away from the sun. I tried to do a living mouth version of me. And Austin was helping me out, but I just couldn't get the leather to work as well as I'd want it to. And he looks a bit creepy too. So since then I've done a different sculpt, and so I'll turn him into another character. I'll whack a beard on him and put him in some hippie clothes or something. I don't know. He'll get used some way or another. That's so luckily I can do this, and luckily I'm single, as I mentioned. So it's I've got all the time in the world to do this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So hopefully, with any luck, we're starting to get things opening up here again. We've been pretty lucky. We've only had not even 100 deaths in Australia with the COVID. So it's been pretty well contained here. And so hopefully some things will start opening up soon, and we can go back to doing shows, because at the moment there's nothing. I lost I remember when it happened, the shutdown happened, I lost $78,000 worth of work out of my diary in the space of 3 days. Yeah. Wow. And that's just counting what was already in the diary. That doesn't count what could have come in the last couple of months. And so I'm hoping we sort of get the clearance again by sort of October, you know, and that way the functions will pick up again for Christmas period, which is my busiest time of the year. And, I can get some money coming in again. On a happy note, so I'll just put my glasses back on because you're a blur at the moment. Sort of. Oh, there you are.
Well, I'm curious, in wrapping up here, Darren, what do you hope to see from the future of ventriloquism?
Oh, just guys like you. I think it's fantastic. A guy who's, well, when I was 19, I was still snorting and picking my nose and whatnot. Right. A little Neanderthal. And to see guys like you coming in, building your own figures and performing so well, I think it's great. I think it's even people like Darcy and Max Fulham in England, and
yes,
it's just who's the other Jeff Goltz. It's great. All these young people that can actually do it and really do it well, and I think we're pretty safe. I really do. I think it'd be nice to see. What's the one thing that I don't? Oh. Well, the thing that Jeff goes on about the most, I think, which is funny. You've got to be funny. You've got to be as funny as possible, and there's been a lot of YouTube clips go up of people that just aren't cracking it. They're not, you spend I don't know who it was, but someone put up the other day, you spend a bit more time writing before you video yourself.
I think that was Conrad Hart's. I think
that's right. It was Conrad
tired of all the posts.
Yeah, and it's quite true. It's not just here. It's not just in ventriloquism. There's so much stuff. I'm still sort of into magic in a hobby way, so I still watch a lot of magicians. There's still a lot of, excuse my French, crap out there that people they think they can learn a trick and just put it straight up, and then even worse, show people how it's done. But and even I got still plenty of friends in the music industry, and they just want to perform, which is great. They just want to, look at what I can do. I hope you enjoy what I do. But a lot of it's really bad quality, and even as a stand. Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying that they probably haven't figured out who they are as performers either yet.
Well, they're
all putting up stuff that they're learning. Yeah.
I think it's just a rush. I think it's just a rush to put stuff up. I've got to put stuff. I've got to put something on, and it's not even because they have to. It's just because everyone else they see is doing it. They feel like they've got to put something up too. Where, it could be bad for you. The stuff that goes on the internet's going to stay around for a long time, and I'm just about to, once I get this new Daryl done, I'll do new photos and a new promo video and all that. Just for when the work comes back, I've got a new package to send out to all the agencies and whatnot. Sure. That way, try and get rid of some of that Australia's Got Talent stuff off the internet and stuff where I used to look like I was just one human being instead of two, and just try and make it look as professional as possible. As he says, standing here with the glare just popping off the top of his head. Holy moly! Look at that. It's the window right there. You don't want to see the back view. Is that better? No. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Yeah, that works. That's fine.
That's better.
Well, yeah, Darren Carr.
Sorry, I'm by myself. Help me! I've got no one to talk to. No, I should say hello to Glenn Pierce too. Glenn lives 10 minutes away, and he's been a little lifesaver for me because we can actually chat about ventriloquism and do stuff like that. Glenn was supposed to be on the international show this year at the convention, but we can't come now, unfortunately.
Has that been posted officially yet?
No. It's not got nothing to do with the actual convention itself not going ahead.
Oh, okay.
It's just that their flights. Qantas actually announced yesterday that they cancelled all international flights till the end of July. So yeah, we're going to fly with Virgin, and they'll probably do the same. They were supposed to. Actually, they went to liquidation a few days ago. So there's really no way we could get there anyway, and so it's probably not, you know, as I said, we're pretty lucky here in Australia. It's been sort of cut down to the amount of people passing from it, but hopefully it'll do the same in the States soon. It'll start going quietening down a bit, but anyway, we'll just have to make it next year. So
these are strange times, but
weird
times.
But,
Darren Carr, thank you so much for being part of Landon Live and for sharing your story.
I'm lonely. I'm lonely. I'm bored. I'm having to do stuff I've never done before.
I'm cutting this and using it as the intro to my videos now.
It's like my wedding night. Thanks for the chat. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for being part of Landon Live, Darren. And thank you guys for those of you tuning in.
See ya.
All right. Adios.